Okay, so first, what are these lessons going to do? So they're mostly designed to help you consider this question and to think about it in a sophisticated manner. Okay, because what is it might be the first time you guys in your life have ever had a question with no syllabus behind it, no sort of specific examples that they want you to use, where it's very open-ended and you can take it in any direction you want. And that makes it in some ways a bit easier because the key thing is to focus on what you're interested in, because then you'll write more interesting essays on it. But it's also a bit harder because the only essays that will do really well are the ones that really think about the question and answer it in a way that is not simply interesting, but that goes a little bit deeper into an answer rather than simply, for instance, a more sort of straightforward answer here might simply be because governments run schools because education is a right for everyone, whereas having luxury food is not a right for everyone, or because food is cheaper. That would be a kind of, those would be two sort of very simple answers, but we need to do a bit more thinking to do really well. So then I also want to give you the tools and the ideas that will help you formulate your own answer. For the junior prize, the readings are not as important. When you guys come to do the senior prize, the main prize, that's when readings and mentioning lots of other texts and things is really, really important. It is good if you can start by mentioning some readings, and we'll talk more about this in lecture 6. But what I'm going to do is recommend sort of articles and stuff. In real sort of academic work and for the main prize, using online articles is not great because they can be a little bit unreliable. What I'm doing is trying to only sort of give you guys links to articles that I think are pretty reliable, from trusted sources like New York Times, Washington Post, The Guardian is okay, BBC News is okay. So I try to do that. Okay, and then examples. And I'm not saying you have to use these examples. There's an almost endless list of examples you can use to answer questions. So definitely don't think you have to use the ones that I use. But I'm going to use them to help explain some of the points we discuss.